your luck was sweet, go home.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the final game of this year's badminton tournament. It's April Fool's Day.
Oh,
April Fool's Day.
I thought I was in the wrong building, Ernie.
Oh, me too.
I was like, what the heck is going on
Hey,
here?
what game is this, is what I was saying. Anyway, it's 2K Sports, and it's the NBA. And we've got the world's biggest joker, Shaquille O'Neal, and one of the most clever ones, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Detroit Pistons plan to take advantage of home court. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And checking out Detroit, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Indiana, Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then it's Ellis, and there's Pekovic, and it's Hill in at the point guard. Curry, wide open, finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got his first bucket in this one. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Memphis.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the score by Indiana. Shot's good. Curry's got his second bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Pekovic with a screen. To the inside, George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Jackson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And that one no good to start him off on the night.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Feeds to George. Launches it. That's good. George has got 5.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
I asked him about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said he can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer. Kevin will see if they're successful.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Ellis can't get it to go.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Curry gets the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Hill dishes to Ellis. Pekovic with a screen. Here's Allen. The shot no good. The Pistons go the other way with it, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Here's Jackson, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills, and we're seeing it right now.
Now here's Pekovic, 17 points in his last outing.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Jackson passes to Curry from the baseline. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Now here's Allen. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And George, here we go. And Curry pulls it down.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Here's George, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Shot's good. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook, really, when you look at how they're playing. They are way down low. And checking out some numbers here for Harris. This past month, he's really set himself apart. First in three-point, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Pacers also changing it up. Mahimi comes in for Nikola Pekovic. And Turner subbed in for Lavoy Allen. Good on the second free throw. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Hill. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ellis, that's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Outside Hill. Kicks it to George. They set the pick. And the Pacers another 3.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Here's Harris. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Drummond a screen. Curry kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Curry. Curry's got 11 points.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
And George kicks to Hill. Screen by Ellis. Here's Turner. Morris with the block. Outside Curry. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 13 points for Freak.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
George with the ball. He's coming off a 31-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Hill. Jackson drives in. Here's Drummond. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Curry. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. So still in the opening quarter and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Johnson dishes to Morris. And Sessions kicks to Curry. And the rejection by Mahimi. Sessions against Hill. Pass to Turner. He dishes it to Ellis. There's the screen. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pacers trail by 4. Hill kicks to Ellis. 1:44 left in the first. Passes to Mahimi. Clock at 6. To the paint, off the pick, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Johnson outside. The shot's good. Sessions making them pay.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Inside. Here's Turner. It's tipped. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Curry leading the charge. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Pistons.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The Pacers making a change here. Azili's checked in. Now here's Curry. 13 points in the game. And that one comes up a bit short.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Pacers trail by 7. And here is Ellis. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
Curry in a two-guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Harris. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. And George gets it to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Curry outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
George with no one around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to Curry. On the wing, Harris. Another three for Detroit.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now George. 16 points for him. Allen, a screen on Harris. And George, here we go. Ball's knocked loose. Off the screen. Azili gets the bucket.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Jackson passes to Curry. Back to Jackson. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jackson. That is good. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these 2 teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
You put one of these guys on the stripe, boy, you better just chalk up the points. These are the top free throw shooters since the All-Star break. Freak number 1.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Mahinmi's checked in for the Pacers. The shot by George, no good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Hill kicks to George. Pass to Mahinmi. Indiana moving it around. Here's Hill. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Drummond dishes to Harris. Now here's Curry. He's got 21. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Harris off the drive. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. The open shot, George. The shot is good off the backboard. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
And that's right, Clark. 6 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Here's Ellis. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Lets the three fly. No good. And it's Detroit the other way. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
There's the pick to the middle. Here's Hill. Offensive rebound. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets had a huge game. He ended up with 44 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Looking now at some numbers for Monte Ellis. He's been in good form here the last few weeks, averaging about 16 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irreplaceable.
Oh! And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. On its way from Curry for 2. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 28 points for Freak.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's Ellis penetrating. That's good. Ellis has got his second bucket of the night. Here's Jackson. 6 points for him. And Curry has it in the corner. They double-team Curry. George with the ball. Harris on the double team. George passes to Pekovic, and the layup's good off the glass.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Pistons leading by 11. Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Pacers trail by 13. Pekovic with a screen on Jackson. Dishes it to George. Down low. That's good from Pekovic on the assist by George.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Johnson comes in. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Piston.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
The second half just about to get going here.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Curry. He's got 30 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then there's Lavoy Allen. And it's Pekovic in at the center. Paul George with the steal. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Ellis. Here's the three. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside Hill. George double-teamed. Pekovic. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 6th assist on the night. Detroit's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Picked by Bargnani. Out to the right wing. And here's Jackson. He has 6. Jackson is doubled. 5 to shoot. And Bargnani again. Bargnani's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
George double-teamed. Ellis kicks to Hill. Back to Ellis. From deep. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Right side Curry. On the wing, Harris. They double-team Curry. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Again, the Pistons score.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Hill has the open look. Sinks the triple. Hill's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Outside Curry. And stolen by Pekovic. Ellis outside. He feeds it to George. Off target with his 3.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Pacers trail by 12. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Down low. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 5 assists in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Curry dishes to Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got 8 points.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. The feed now to Hill. Shoots the 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Detroit leading by 12. Bargnani a screen on Hill. Jackson passes to Curry. Back to Jackson. Picked by Bargnani. Jackson kicks to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Detroit.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And once again, off the mark by Indiana.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Pacers trail by 17. Ellis dishes to Bekovic. Screen by Ellis. Bekovic passes to Hill. Allen left side. George against Harris. And George, here we go.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
We need to calm down. Taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. It's simple. Throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Being at the top of that list. Team an offensive jolt whenever they needed it.
And that's value added for a point guard. I mean, when you're playing that position and you score and do the other things he does, he creates offense for his teammates and he can get his own offense too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Bargnani. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And Sessions subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. They get it again. Drummond. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
The drive by Ellis. That's good. Ellis has got 7 points in the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Morris with a screen on Ellis. And Sessions kicks to Drummond. Here's Curry. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
It's George on the wing. George double teamed. The pass to Miles. The dish to Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
That's his first personal foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assist.
Pacers trail by 20. Curry in at shooting guard. Harris is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's Miles missing. The Pistons shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Jackson passes to Curry. Feeds it to Bargnani. Lots of room. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Outside, George. Bekovic with a screen on Jackson. George dishes to Bekovic, and the shot is long.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Kicks it to Miles. Sinks the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Pacers trail by 21. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Can't hit from the elbow.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Curry's shot is off. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Allen, that's good.
Assisted by Paul George.
Pistons leading by 19 points. Curry kicks to Drummond. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Outside, George. Bekovic with the screen for George. There's a screen. Hill fires. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's now 9 points for Hill.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Outside Curry. Pass to Bargnani. Uncovered. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And the Pistons lead by 21.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Bekovic with a screen on Curry. George double team. Fader on the way. Rebound by the Pistons. Curry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Harris off the drive. Top of the key, Bargnani. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Bekovic. There's Curry. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Curry leading the charge. He dishes it to Jackson. Looks for Bargnani. Gets it to him. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And George, here we go. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Tobias Harris. Indiana also making some changes. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Stuckey comes in for George. Young is subbed in for Hill. And so it's Indiana with it. Clock at 6. And it's Miles missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Picked by Bargnani. Jackson passes to Curry. Lets it go with the 3. And the shot is good. Curry's got 37.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Free throw, good. Stuckey. A different look here for Detroit. Ilyasova comes in for Bargnani. And it's Johnson in for Jackson. He's perfect from the line this time. The Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Curry dishes to Ilyasova. Curry against Young. Curry kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Bullock passes to Curry. Pistons keep it alive. Here's Ilyasova. Puts up the baby hook. And Curry puts it in. Curry's got 39.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Young dishes to Hill. Screen by Young. Stuckey left side. Pass to Pekovic. Puts up the baby hook. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Pass to Bullock. Baines inside. Dishes it to Curry. Hits from the high post. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And Miles kicks to Pekovic. Pass break Detroit. Bullock passes to Curry. And another 3 for Detroit.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
The feed to Miles. Screen by Young. Stuckey kicks to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. It's deflected. There's the dish to Bullock. Stuckey against Curry. The pass to Bullock. He kicks it to Curry. Bullock dishes to Ilyasova. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And it's Pekovic missing.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Feeds to Hill. On the wing, Stuckey. The offensive rebound. Hill has the open look, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Johnson kicks to Curry. They double-team Curry. To the inside. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. 46 points for Freak. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Screen by Young. And Miles kicks to Stuckey. Off the pick. Young outside. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Detroit. Curry's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And in this era of unparalleled parity, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games. But that's exactly how they finished off their season series tonight against the Pacers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Curry. He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
From downtown, and it's Miles with the rebound. Here's Indiana. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A three-pointer is right on target.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Outside for Curry. They double-team Curry. Out to the right wing. Puts it up. Ilyasova again.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline.
Well, with a game like tonight, you were all over the place. A triple-double in the box score. Would you consider this one of your better games of the season thus far?
A real triple-double? Y'all didn't even know that. I guess I would have to say it was one of the better ones I played in. Really, I'm just happy with how the team competed and that we got the win. Personal stats are secondary to them, always.
Congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille
buzzing on that beat.